I think it's important that we have been spending a little bit of time sort of busting myths about how we intuitively think that the mind works. But we need to replace it with a more realistic version about how the mind might actually be working. So here we've introduced the sort of two systems here, System 1 and System 2. System 1, intuitive, fast and automatic. System 2, slow and deliberate. We also discussed that the world is complex and ambiguous. There's so much information coming at us, sometimes misinformation. How do we deal with it all? Some of the ways that Danny Kahneman, in that kind of tradition, talks about heuristics and biases. So today we discussed availability heuristic, representativeness heuristic, anchoring. These are all ways that we can help deal with that complexity and ambiguity and do better in the world.
Exactly, and we ended with this idea of expertise. And so it's not just, I think this idea of System 1 and 2 is a really useful metaphor, as Danny Kahneman kind of points out. If you were to look in the brain and find System 1 and System 2, you wouldn't find it. It doesn't really make sense to talk about the two systems as though you could find them neurologically, as though they're a thing, right? They're not. They're metaphors, and I think it's useful to think about System 1 and 2 in terms of these characters, because it kind of reframes the way that we think about dealing with these sort of issues. But we also talked about it with respect to expertise and the development of expertise. So kind of turning the System 2, the deliberate sort of process, into System 1 eventually. And so what we're going to see in the next episode is how we can turn ourselves into experts in a sense. So we're going to see how better ways of learning and retaining information. So we're going to see how to boost learning and how to remember the information that we do learn in the first place.